doing my front gun integration tutorial. Should be pretty simple. First, I'm going to take my hacksaw because I don't have my power tools with me, and I'm going to cut down all of this garbage. And then I'm going to come into the front gun itself, take it apart, show you the internals, and mod it for better performance. I may even put a brass barrel in there. Alright, this segment just shows you that I finished sanding out and cutting out all the stuff that was between the bipod on the Longshot. The only thing you really need to watch out for is this spring and black peg here, and that's just your dart tooth's release and extension, and you want to make sure that you don't knock that out. Now I'm going to show you the internals of the front gun. Alright, so when you're taking apart your front gun, all the screws are Phillips head, and the first thing you've got to do is take off the 3 screws here in the cocking mech, so that when you remove that, you can get to the 1 screw that's hidden in here. After you've done that, lift off the yellow piece, and don't worry about taking any of the screws in that black handle off, because the black handle is a completely separate piece. Back here we've got the attachment ring where it fit into the Longshot, and then in here you'll see that the front gun's internals are remarkably like a Scout, with one big exception, which is that there isn't enough room to do a penny mod. So I'm going to have to do a brass barrel and remove the air restrictor to get the ranges that I want, and then I'll do some sort of trigger isolated system other than this, because this is pretty awful and clunky looking on the front of the Longshot. I'll show you what that looks like when I'm finished. This segment just shows you that I finished my front gun mods to the plunger tube. It's been rebarreled with 17/32 brass, which has a great fit for streamlines, and it also has been re-greased and has electrical tape added, and the air restrictor has been drilled out. So it's getting a really good seal, even without a spring, and I can't wait to put it back together, seal it up, and cut out the entire area that I'm going to integrate. I've taken off this handle here. I'll save it for something later. This quick segment just shows you how I chose to do the new trigger for my front gun. It's just black wire. I drilled a hole through the original trigger mech here and ran it through and tied a double knot. This segment just shows the fully screwed together front gun after I've cut it down to the shape and size that I want. It looks pretty good, and it's about ready to seal into place. Okay, so this is pretty much the finished front gun. As you can see, I did a keyring trigger, and I just literally wired that through with wire all the way to the mechanism. How I tied it on in there, it feeds around the clip, so clips still fit in just fine. And I'm really pleased with the ranges that the front gun gets when I pull the keyring trigger. I easily get 40 feet out of it, which isn't bad when you consider that it's Scout internals, but the brass barrel definitely goes a ways in helping that. But the main Longshot gun is getting 70 feet, and the front gun gets about 40, so it's really useful, and I may use this for HVZ this time around, at least for a couple of missions. Thanks for watching.